The greatest magic trick of modern society is watching $2,000 evaporate before you even brush your teeth. Welcome to the flexible lease, a pre-furnished corporate luxury for those whose credit scores look like bowling averages. I pay a $600 premium every single month to live in a place that feels like a dentist's waiting room. Traditional landlords want W-2 forms and a blood sample, so instead I rent this sterile IKEA box month to month. They call it the poor tax, the financial penalty you pay, simply because the system assumes you are permanently broke. I make enough delivering lukewarm burritos to afford the expensive rent, but not enough on paper for the cheaper lease. It makes perfect sense if you completely turn off your brain, which is exactly how you survive the gig economy. Being an independent contractor is a fancy, legal term corporations use to avoid paying for your health insurance or taxes. Now I have 14 hours to grind out base pay to appease the invisible god that dictates my survival. Happy first of the month. May your credit score rest in peace and your check engine light stay mercifully dark. Multi-apping is an extreme sport where you sweat trying to deliver lukewarm pizza and a passenger simultaneously. The algorithm is an unforgiving, invisible god, and tonight, it demands a blood sacrifice of my car's brake pads. You accept an order hoping for a miracle, but you are really just burning your own gas for free. They dangle a tiny surge pricing bonus, hoping the extra $1.50 will make you drive in a literal hurricane. I have exactly 4 hours to make $150, or this burrito becomes my new roommate. Base pay is an absolute insult, a mathematically calculated joke designed to keep you permanently behind on your bills. The fear of deactivation hangs over you, knowing a fake customer complaint could terminate your entire financial livelihood instantly. Trusting these gig apps to pay rent is exactly like trusting your ex when they swear they have changed. Taking a break costs money you do not have, but your spine is actively dissolving into the cheap car seat. Welcome to the mid-shift purgatory, where a cheap, generic energy drink is the only thing keeping you out of oncoming traffic. They call you an independent contractor. A beautiful lie, so corporations can legally dodge paying for your basic health insurance. You are your own boss, which just means you have the absolute freedom to decide which bill goes unpaid this month. Traditional society looks down on you while simultaneously demanding their midnight tacos be delivered perfectly hot. The hustle is just a toxic hallucination, convincing us that burning out in a rainy parking lot is somehow a virtue. This grind set mentality is just a toxic joke, convincing you that if you do not work 100 hours, you are lazy. Meanwhile, the invisible, unforgiving algorithm is still coldly calculating whether you actually deserve to keep a roof over your head. But you swallow the metallic caffeine, turn the key, and dive back into the dark, digital trenches for another 4 hours. Because rent is due at midnight, and the flexible lease does not accept excuses, apologies, or a cold burrito as payment. Delivering to a luxury fortress is great, especially when the customer completely forgets to provide the actual gate code. You stand in the freezing rain, watching your dignity dissolve, way faster than this cheap paper bag holding their tacos. Eventually, you just tailgate a resident inside, feeling like a low-budget jewel thief, stealing nothing but a delivery rating. Welcome to the luxury labyrinth, a sterile maze specifically designed to ensure you never find apartment 404. Every door looks exactly the same, mocking your existence, while the timer on the app silently counts down your demise. You gently place the cold food on their pristine doormat, praying the security camera captures your absolute physical exhaustion. Snapping the proof of delivery photo is the only legal protection you have against a completely fabricated missing food report. But you smile as you walk away, because they promised a massive $15 tip on the app for speed. And then it happens, the infamous tip bait, where that generous $15 suddenly drops to absolute zero after delivery. Trusting a huge tip on these gig apps is exactly like trusting your ex when they swear they have changed. 14 hours later, you survive the storm and return to the sterile, corporate box you technically call home. Your spine is shattered and your clothes are soaked, but you finally gathered enough base pay to appease the algorithm. There is no warm welcome here, just the cold hum of a pre-furnished refrigerator reminding you of your flexible lease. You open the banking app, take a deep breath, and finally press the glowing button to pay the $2,000. Watching your entire month of brutal labor vanish into the digital void in literally half a second is pure magic. The rent is paid, the roof is secured, but now your bank account is right back to exactly $0. Drop a comment below if your landlord also thinks you're independent contractor. Tax forms are written in an alien language.